Hello and welcome to this week's Premier League preview. I'm your host Shane Palmer and we're here down in the Sherlock Holmes Inn in Collins Street in Melbourne, and we're going to have a look at this week's upcoming Premier League matches. First up, we've got Man United hosting Arsenal at Old Trafford. That's an 11:45 kickoff on Saturday night, which is going to be a massive game. United had a somewhat lucky 3-2 win over Chelsea down in London last weekend. Perhaps a bit of a dubious third goal by Javier Hernandez. Maybe it was a little bit offside, and they were kind of lucky to see Chelsea reduced to 9 men with the Torres sending off. Maybe a little bit harsh. Arsenal, on the other hand, had an amazing 5-7 win in the League Cup over Reading during the week. Arsene Wenger made 11 changes from the previous weekend, and well, they're starting to look the goods. When they turn it on, Arsenal are a good side to watch. United, on the other hand, got done by Chelsea 5-4 in a League Cup thriller, again at Stamford Bridge. This weekend, though, I'm going to tip United to win 2-1. Then later that evening, we have Norwich hosting Stoke. Norwich, the key to their success is going to be the former Grant Holt. He's scored a couple goals recently, and if he stays fit and keeps firing, the Canaries should be in business. I think they'll beat Stoke 1-0. Then we have Sunderland versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been a bit so-so this year, although Socceroo Brett Holman has been a bit of a shining light in the Midlands, and hopefully he can lead a bit of a mid-season renaissance, but Sunderland will probably be too strong here. They'll win 2-0. Later we have Swansea versus Chelsea. Swansea are doing okay this season. Chelsea feel a bit unlucky when they played United, and the manager, Roberto Di Matteo, was absolutely livid following that match. He did not feel Torres' red card was a red card, which is understandable. And following that match, there was a bit of controversy where the Chelsea officials lodged a complaint about referee Mark Clattenburg, claiming he'd racially abused one of the Chelsea players, which is huge considering the John Terry scandal that's happened earlier in the season, and it's going to leave possibly another bad cloud over the league in the next few weeks. They'll go to Liberty Stadium in Wales and probably win 2-1. Then we have Tottenham hosting Wigan at the White Hart Lane. Tottenham are playing very well this season. Gareth Bale's on fire, and they're sitting in the top 4 at the moment, and hopefully will make European football again next season if they keep up this kind of form, or even do better. They should beat Wigan 2-0. And then our final game, kick-off at 2 a.m. on Saturday, is Fulham playing Everton. Everton were pretty lucky to scrape a 2-2 draw with Liverpool last weekend. Luis Suarez scoring in the 90th minute was disallowed for offside, which was a little bit dubious, but so the Blues were kind of lucky. They'll go down to Fulham in London and probably scrape through a draw. I'm going to say 1-1. Next up, we have Man City travelling down to Upton Park to play the outstanding West Ham. West Ham have come up for the championship this season under Big Sam and are playing really well, sitting in the top half. Man City, on the other hand, last season's champions, have been a bit iffy this season and scraped to a lucky 1-0 win over Swansea last weekend. And now this weekend, they're without defender Micah Richards, who's out for 4 months with an injury. But they might give defender Maicon, the Brazilian dynamic maestro, a bit of a chance to have a run from right back and possibly do some damage. They'll probably be lucky to get a draw here. I'm going to say 2-2. Then on Sunday, we have QPR hosting Reading. QPR have been struggling this season, and if manager Mark Hughes doesn't improve his form come Christmas time, he might be facing a sack. This one, I think Reading in a snatcher win, 2-1. Then early on Monday morning, we have Liverpool playing Newcastle. Liverpool were dumped out of the League Cup, the competition they won last season, by Swansea during the week. Newcastle managed a lucky 2-1 win last weekend with Papa Cisse scoring in the 90th minute. Liverpool again, unlucky against Everton, but didn't do quite enough to press home their advantage. So I'm going to say Newcastle are probably going to do them this weekend, maybe 2-1. And then our final game of the weekend sees West Brom host Southampton. Southampton have had a bit of a tough start to the season, but are showing some signs of playing good football. West Brom, on the other hand, are just plugging away. They're sitting in the top half, and they should be safe at least, if nothing else, this season. And that'll probably be a 2-1 win to West Brom. So we're going to show all the matches on Saturday night, starting with Man United versus Arsenal, and then the viewer's choice pick of the next 5 that evening. So come down, have a look, and maybe have a bit of a sneaky drink as well. I'm Shane Palmer. Thanks for watching.